What is going on, traders? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys have all been having an amazing day today, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know exactly how my trading went, so let's jump right into it. And as you guys can see from the screen, it was a green day overall right on the account, and in terms of what I was actively day trading today, I only traded SQQQ, as you guys can see, right? Everything else is just swing trades I'm holding on to, but for SQQQ today, right, I was able to make 301.91, so I was able to hit my 1% daily goal using 30k, right, which is $300, and so I'm super grateful for that. As you guys can see, these are all the filled orders I had today. I started trading at 6:30 right at market open, and I didn't stop until 8:09 today, right? So I was trading for about an hour and 40 minutes, so definitely more of a productive day. And so let me just go ahead and break down exactly how I was actually able to make my money. But in terms of what I saw going on, right, the Nasdaq itself was indicating signs of an uptrend during the pre-market session. It eventually peaked out, right, found a resistance, pulled on back, ended up pushing back up, testing that same resistance area, and then getting rejected yet again, right? So we started to sell off, and so on the bigger time frames, right, what I noticed was that we were getting rejected, and we did previously experience a resistance area right around this general area, right? And so it made sense to me why if we approached it again and started to actually get rejected, right, then it would make sense why we could potentially retrace back to the bottom VWAP, right? Because as you guys can see, this thing would push up to the top VWAP and then end up correcting itself back to the bottom before eventually trying to go, for a higher high. And so given the fact that I saw we were validating it as a rejection during the pre-market session, that's why I decided to focus on SQQQ solely today, right? And so right at market open, this thing actually started to drop very nicely. I got in, continued to size up, and then right around here during this direction change, I was not anticipating it to push back up as high as it did, right? So I ended up literally giving back all my profit. So I was up about $240 within 11 minutes of trading. It ended up going south. I ended up giving everything back. And what actually ended up happening? Well, once it started to actually sell off the way I thought it would and form these lower highs and lower lows, that's when I started to get back in, right, to SQQQ, and I would get in aggressively when it made sense to me, right, when it would break below a support level and it would continue to flush, right, the candles would continue to form lower highs and lower lows. So once I saw this thing potentially sell off very quickly, I made sure not to make the same mistake, right? I knew this potential area was an area of support where it could potentially bounce. So as it started to push up, I decided to just size down completely on SQQQ so that once it finally did start to push back up, become overextended and sell off, I was able to get back in, and I cut my trade right around this area, right? Which is where I was able to walk away with that 1% goal. There was obviously another, potential setup it had where it pushed back up and formed a lower high, so that would have been nice, and it eventually continued to sell off. But we did see a bounce right after market close, right? And so as far as what I see going on with the Nasdaq, as I mentioned, right, we are more overextended. We've been pushing up a ton since January 6th. We pretty much have just been forming nonstop higher highs and higher lows. We ended up pulling on back, consolidating, and now we are ripping again, right? So we are bullish on the long-term time frame, but I just want to make you guys aware, right, that we are a little bit more overextended at these levels. We have been experiencing some form of resistance right around this area, and so that's something we definitely want to look out for, right? But other than that, I did want to make you guys aware, right? These are the reports that are coming out this week. So we did have a report come out today for the factory orders, which came out, less than expected, which is actually a good thing, right? Because bad news is good news in this market. And so as you guys can see, right, this is pretty much the rest of the reports going on for the remainder of the week. On Thursday, we have the initial claims and continuing claims, and then on Friday, we do have that non-farm payrolls, right? So, and the average hourly earnings, right, and the unemployment rate, all released on Friday. So those days you are definitely going to want to be paying attention for them. These times are reported in Eastern Standard Time, so if you want to convert to Pacific Standard Time, right, they're pretty much going to happen an hour before market open, right? So it's 3 hours beforehand. And so that's pretty much everything I wanted to keep you guys up to date with. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. If you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and drop a comment and I will be more than happy to answer it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for your time, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's recap. Take care.